Hey guys, before today's video starts, I want to let y'all know we're going to go ahead and do our giveaway. 4 of you are going to have a chance to win either a t-shirt or a hat. We did away with the stickers, so it'll be a t-shirt or a hat. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel, comment below how we can make our videos better or what you like about the videos, and please go onto our Facebook page, Trekcul Motorsports, and like that page. We're going to run this for about a month. At the end of the month, I will let the individuals that have won know and how to ship the t-shirt or hat, whichever they're choosing, to their location, and we'll go from there. So, imagine looking at this mess every time you walk in the trailer. Just wonderful. So, on the right front, the side we got wrecked, the side we wrecked on, we've got the spindle, the new spindle put in place, reamed out on the bottom, the new ball joint for the bottom. Got to rework the shock mount, the hub, everything's been re-greased. It's got new brake pads in the right front because they kicked the brake pads out when the whole wheel and everything came back. You see where a couple of the old pieces of concrete are. That's this whole rail back here. We're going to have to cut this whole rail off back here and put all new and straighten it back. Well, not straighten it out, put all new and bring it back out to the body line so it's nice and square. Steering, all the steering's put in. Now these spindle savers, if I would have had a spindle saver, I probably would have been able to save it. Didn't think at the time that I needed to run them. I was obviously wrong. So it's got spindle savers now. I still got to do the other side. But as far as the upper, what I was talking about, here's our upper mount, upper control arm mount, and here is our spring perch. Now, if you can see that or not, it is bent up. So, that being bent up, and it's cracked along the bottom, you see where it's clean steel. Anytime you see clean steel or rusty, anything that's rusty usually means it's loose. So what we're going to do is pull this out, we're going to bang this back down flat again, clean all this up, re-weld this perch back in, and then go on the inside of the frame and make sure we got nothing damaged on the inside here, and probably do a little bit of touch-up welding there. And here we have our new upper control arm. This is a 10-inch from Speedway Motors. It's a 10-inch by a 6-inch bolt center, all-star ball joint. It's tubular, complete tubular moly. I believe it's a 1-inch or 7/8. That's probably 1 inch, so it's about 1 inch tube diameter, aluminum cross shaft, greasable fitting, unboltable ball joint, so you could replace the ball joint. So we went back with the 10-inch because we wanted what the truck had before. We didn't want to go to an 8 and put it on the outside of the slug mount. We wanted to keep what we had so we could bolt it back to where we wanted it. Each side has grease fittings on it so we can lubricate the whole cross shaft and all that. But this thing has been an absolute mission just to get a tire on it. Because where the hub is right where the fender is for the trailer, so I couldn't get the tire around the hub. So I had to put a block under the rear. Now I'm jacking this all the way up as far as I can, and hopefully now I should be able to get a tire on it. Come on, baby. Yes! Alright. Probably won't turn out now though, but I'm gonna get a couple nuts on it at least. The wheel. See, it ain't happy with me, so I'm gonna have to go real slow and work it back and forth. It's on the fender well of the trailer. The truck's gonna have to roll forward a little bit at least. Come on, almost. Slowly, and there we go. All right, so a better look at how it was. That's basically how it was on the right hand side, all attached, and that was the aftermath of it. The other part of the fender's in the garage. I'm going to give that away, and then this is all from where it hit the wall, and it just dug it right in and melted a lot of it, and just the stickers can be somewhat saved, but I mean they're there, they're just banged up. So probably end up pulling the stickers. Ain't no sense in having one side of stickers and one side with no stickers. So that's the fender. Probably going to reuse this fender. All the tubing's notched out for it and everything like that. So I'll reuse that. I got to bend that up a little bit more because you see it's off a little bit there from where it mounts up to the bumper. So the upper bumper is the center of the Chevy emblem. It goes all the way around. The lower bumper is the very bottom here, the farthest point of the truck. That's the lower bumper, which comes down and mounts to the side of the frame horn there. So, but a lot of this looks like, I believe this is 1 3/4, I believe. Get my tape measure here. So I'm gonna say was 1 3/4. So yeah, it looks like 1 3/4. 1 3/4 by, I'd say 0.65 maybe 0.83. These are definitely thin here. That's, I mean, you can see with a crack, it's just thin. But so looks like we're gonna need some 1 3/4 0.65. This will just be bent back out. These are nothing, that's why they're loose like that. They're made to bend, so we'll just bend this one back out. Clean this whole plate up, get all this off of here. Just clean it up in general. It wasn't done perfect. A lot of the welds, like these welds here, are cold. We're going to take care of that and weld it the way it's supposed to be. This little piece down here, we're going to chop that off because that was from another accident. Weld in the cap hole here, or took a chunk out of it. That I'm not worried about. I'm just going to take that, grind it down, the burnt and all that, so it ain't sharp. I don't have the sway bar in it. That's the last thing I'll put on once we get all the suspension set and everything like that. Then we'll go ahead and put the sway bar on. So if we measure our back bumper here as far as what kind of tubing we're going to need, not tubing, but the length we're going to need, it looks like, I'm going to say 6 foot on the long end. A little extra, so 6 foot's down here. So probably 7 foot total to do our slugs off the side. So we'll do 7 foot, probably get 8 foot of the tubing to do the rear bumper, and then chop all this off here, and then pull this back out. Chop this huge bracket off here. There's no need for that. Our fuel tank brackets and all that are good. Yeah, I could use a coat of paint, but all our tubing up here is good. All this is good, but we're gonna lob it off here, lob it off there, lob it off there, here, here, and here. Lord. All right. There's the right side of it. That's part of the extra side of the bumper there. That's a good heavy chunk of metal there. Ain't no need to have it that strong. And then over here it's got a piece of square welded on the inside, so that's probably about 15 pounds right there cut off, and I haven't even got the rest of it cut off. Same thing with all the slugs on the end of it. So we'll butt all those off, clean them up, and we'll fix this corner of the frame here, get all that straightened out, remove that, and then we'll put our box tubes on the end and put our bumper in. We'll have to wait to put the bumper in until we get the body for it. so we haven't seen the complete truck in the light as far as like the whole right side of the truck and all that. We just loaded it in just because that was it. So here's the truck as if we're seeing it now outside of the trailer. So definitely got the right side. Hopefully most of that will rub off. The wheel we can bang out. That's not bad. It just want to tap the wall a couple of times. We'll check it out, make sure it spins true, but it just looks like the lip. You can see where the tire folded over, where the concrete is, it ended up rubbing. And then the rear section, which I just lopped off to get rid of that. Get rid of all this heavy steel back here in the quarters, and then back here all that will be lobbed off. And then hopefully maybe we'll do something with the lead, raise it up a bit. Not raise it up, but get the ground clearance good, or move it inside the truck whenever we're able to scale it. But as you see, this concrete everywhere, the little white specks on the inside of the back screen and then the windshield. Sway bar still out of it. That's the newer suspension. I will have to change this spindle. It is bent. This was one of my spares. By putting it together, I noticed that it is bent. So that'll have to be changed. So I'll have to pull that apart and change that. More concrete. There's the upper bars. I'll cut all that off and I'll put new bars. And then there's the holes in the panels on the side. Ended up cracking the windshield. There's the right side front of the truck. All the rubbing you see at the bottom here, this was all from that bottom rail that holds the body in place, and it just rubbed through there where the square tubing was. And the same thing back here where the exhaust is. This just pushed it in. So again, not all that'll be have to cut off and re-put out. Luckily the pipes didn't get hit. That's helpful. Yeah, it just pushed it in, so everything will get lopped off and we'll be able to redo it. Stop. Go the other way. Put them straight. Go a little more to the left. All right. All right, got it covered up. You got it covered underneath there too, so no water gets in the engine, but that's about it.